Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976 allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticisms, comments. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Kai, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Online, and all other character names, logos, and distinctive likeness thereof are trademarks of Akira Toriyama, Toei Animation, Bird Studio, Shueisha, Funimation, Viz Media, Group AB, Glenat, Namco Bandai, Atari, and other respective license holders unmentioned. This video was not prepared, licensed, or endorsed by any entity involved in creating or producing the Dragon Ball series. It is an independent, unofficial work made by a fan, for fans, that has no connection to the official license holder and is created within fair use guidelines. Please enjoy the video.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be heading to the 5th part of What If Super Buu Turned Good. Right now we're in the middle of the Moro arc, and if you guys missed the last part, as a whole lot of people did, then click the link up above to check it out. It's been quite a while, so make sure to watch the series from the beginning again if you need a refresher. Huge shout out to all of my patrons as well. Thank you all so much for pledging. If you want to be like these guys and get a lot of special perks, then make sure you guys go ahead and become patrons. Anyways, if you guys have waited long enough for this part, let's get right into this video. We begin this part with Buu, Gohan, and Black training together for Gohan to re-access the Ultra Instinct form. He was last able to get this form during the Tournament of Power, though according to Whis, he still was never able to perfect it. He was only able to access the Omen version of UI, which made Gohan more motivated than ever to get the full mastered version of the form. While Gohan is able to get a lot stronger with Buu and Black, especially Buu since he now has 7-3 inside of him to make him more powerful, it's not strength that he needs to get Ultra Instinct, he needs technique. Buu realizes this as well, and Kai's Gohan to Whis, so Whis can help him get the form. Whis is glad to help Gohan, as he was insanely impressed with his ability to use UI in the tournament, so helping him train in it would be his pleasure. Buu and Black stick around on Earth though to train together themselves. Buu has access to most of the abilities 7-3 was able to copy, though the Moro energy ran out when 7-3 himself used it on his Z-Fighters. Even without Moro's abilities, Buu 7-3 is still a beast. Buu doesn't even need to absorb anybody anymore to gain their powers, all he has to do is put his hand on their neck and boom, powers copied. Easy as that. It especially helps to get Black powered up, as Buu can take Black's power and use it against him. Black has been trying to get Ultra Instinct with Gohan ever since he showed off in the Tournament of Power, but he soon realized his personality didn't quite flow with how Ultra Instinct normally operates. He needed something else up his sleeve to turn the tables. Luckily, he managed to get just that while training with Buu. With Buu's help, Black was able to access Super Saiyan Rosé 2. Since this is literally Black with just a Gohan skin, he would eventually get something similar to what his Goku Black self got in Dragon Ball Heroes. So if Goku Black can get Rosé too, why can't Gohan Black? Buu is insanely impressed with this kind of power, and helps Black to use it to its fullest potential. Black is very satisfied with this power, but knows that there's one step above it. He saw what Goku and Vegeta were able to get while in the afterlife, Super Saiyan 3. He knows that there's another form he can use with this godly key, and will do whatever it takes to be able to get Rosé 3 as well. Buu is up for the challenge, and trains some more with Black to help him get his Rosé evolutions. One day though, the two sense an amazing power coming towards them. Is it Moro? No, it can't be, he'd be way too early. They arrive to where they sense the energy, and Buu recognizes the ship immediately. It's one of Frieza's? Kikuno, Berry Blue, Broly, and Paragus exit the ship, with Berry Blue speaking to Buu directly, saying that they are here to free Lord Frieza and get his empire started again. Free Frieza? That's what they're here for? That's impossible. Black tells Buu that the big guy next to him looks like a Saiyan. Maybe they're saying that he's the one who will defeat them. Buu says that he looks strong too. Maybe this is the chance he needs to access Rosé 3. He better get into the fight. Black smiles and tells Broly that he'll be his opponent. Kikuno tells Broly not to engage him as he's not who they're after, but Paragus says it doesn't matter. If they can get this guy out of the way, the better for him not to mess up their plans. Broly agrees to fight with Black, and they rush at each other to engage blows. Black is shocked by how strong Broly is in only his base form, as he almost got blown back right away. He continues to fight out with Broly, but it seems that he isn't even trying, like this is just too easy for him. Black begins to get annoyed, and powers up straight into Rosé, surprising Broly and pushing him back. Black then begins to wail on Broly, asking him if that's the best he's got. Broly then catches Black's fist and powers up into his Akari form, saying he's just getting started. He cracks Black across the face, sending him flying into another Broly? Both Brolys begin to beat the crap out of Black until he uses a solar flare to blind them and smack them both into each other. The clone ability he learned on Yardrat turned out to be useful too. He was the only other move he had time to learn besides Spirit Vision, since Paragus was rushing him along to go and get to Earth. He was hoping to see Vegeta here, but nothing. There is another Saiyan, but he has no clue who he is and why he has pink hair. A lot must have changed since he was stuck on Vampa. Black is able to keep the Brolys at bay for a while, but they seem to get even stronger as the fight keeps going on. No matter, Black isn't even using his full power in Rosé, so these Brolys aren't going to be able to match up to what he can really do. Broly begins to get angry about how Black's able to still keep up, and unleashes more and more clones to attack. Black is able to hold off quite a lot of them, but soon they begin to pile up on him and hold him down. Buu begins to shoot death beams at the clones to hold them back, and one in particular goes after Buu. Buu is excited for the fight and blocks Broly's punch. Broly smiles at him though, and Buu is confused. Suddenly, he feels kinda funny, almost like he is being torn apart. He can hear screaming inside of his head, and clutches it to make it stop. Broly grabs Buu and begins to scream, using Force Spirit Vision to its fullest. Black looks over at Buu and sees him seemingly being torn apart. He powers up into Rosé 2 and blows all of the other Brolys to smithereens as he goes to help Buu. There is a blinding flash of light though, and he stops in his tracks. He then looks in horror at what he sees before him. He sees 7-3, Frieza, and himself. How is that possible? And where is Buu? He looks on to see what appears to be someone who looks like Buu? One that is very small, almost like a kid. Those who are absorbed by Buu look around in confusion, and Kikino and Berry Blue go to get Frieza and return to the ship. 7-3 turns and fires a blast to blow them into nothing, for getting too close. The blast makes Kid Buu look up and he looks around smiling. He lets out a blood-curdling scream and starts firing off ki blasts in all different directions. Everybody moves out of the way, startled by what Kid Buu is doing. Kid Buu then rushes up to the others and begins to beat the living hell out of them savagely. Frieza transforms into his golden form to protect himself and is able to knock Buu away. Kid Buu isn't happy with that and lunges back towards Frieza to fight and to kill. Black tries to go and help Buu and find out what's wrong, but Zamasu stands in his way, asking what they did to him. The two of them were supposed to work together and eliminate all mortals in the universe, yet they managed to have him become a protector of them instead? How disgusting. Black glares at Zamasu, saying that things have changed. He's managed to see what good mortals can actually do, and how if he works with them, then they can make the universe a better place. Things are much better in peace than they are in chaos. Zamasu is disgusted by what his doppelganger has become, and goes in to fight him. 7-3 doesn't want any part of this, and opens up a portal to get the hell out of there. Frieza has the upper hand over Kid Buu, and while Kid Buu is a lot stronger than his canon self, he is fighting with savage intent, no strategy, and blind rage. Golden Frieza has the upper hand in everything. Plus, he's not too happy with him being absorbed by this pink blob for years. Black has the upper hand against his alternate self, but again with him being immortal, there's not much he can do. Broly looks at his father not knowing what is going on, as he managed to free Frieza, but their ride was just killed, so what should they do now? Paragus has no clue either, as he didn't expect Buu to have that many people inside of him, and for him to become what he did once they were gone. Suddenly, Goku, Vegeta, and Gohan instant transition to the planet after sensing the release of countless villains, and are shocked to see what appears to be Buu almost killed by Frieza. Goku appears in front of Frieza to stop him from killing Buu, but Buu then attacks Goku as well. Goku asks Buu what that was for, but as he has his back turned, Frieza then attacks him as well. Vegeta says they need to contain Buu and stop all these villains in their tracks now, before something bad happens. Gohan says now is the perfect training opportunity and closes his eyes. Once he opens them, he gains access to Ultra Instinct Omen, once again, and appears next to Frieza, knocking him right out. Then he punches Buu straight in the head to send him flying away, as he then appears to land a shot right on Zamasu's head to send him flying into the dirt. Broly looks around wondering why everybody's collapsing, until he gets struck in the neck by Gohan as well, and goes down. Buu is the only one not knocked unconscious, and goes after Gohan again. Gohan dodges all of Buu's strikes, and tries to reason with them to stop attacking them. They're his friends, and just because all these people are out of him doesn't change that. This doesn't stop Buu, but he does slow down some more, seeming to contemplate what he is doing. Gohan can sense another energy within Buu, one that feels more familiar than what this fake Buu was doing in front of him. With dozens of quick strikes, Buu explodes, and Gohan is able to reach in and grab the familiar energy he felt within him. And instantly, this little blob transforms into the Fat Buu that started this whole mess to begin with. Fat Buu blinks, looks around him, and thanks Gohan for freeing him. When he was torn apart, the evil Buu managed to take control of him again, and be freed this time. Gohan tells Buu that it's okay, and if he's the same Buu they've been friends with this whole time. Fat Buu says yes and no, and that this time he's without the evil in his heart. Kid Buu looks at Fat Buu in anger, screaming out and lashing out at him. Fat Buu blocks the attack, returning the favor and beginning the battle of the Buus yet again. Fat Buu tells Kid Buu that this time, evil will not win. He's fought for years to keep the evil inside of him in check, and he's not going to let it take over again. Not this time. This time, he's going to make sure that the evil in his heart dies for good. Kid Buu is an actual fear, as unlike before, Fat Buu has the upper hand. And since Buus are able to hurt each other, Kid Buu feels a lot of pain with every strike. Kid Buu is beaten to a pulp, and this time Fat Buu turns him into chocolate and eats him, becoming the true Super Buu once again. Buu tells the Z Fighters that his evil self is finally gone, since the good half managed to defeat him this time. Evil is locked away permanently, and has no chance of ever gaining control again. They all breathe a sigh of relief, as Buu then goes to reabsorb all those he absorbed in the first place. Except, this time, he absorbs Broly as well to find out what exactly he did to him and what he wants. After scanning through Broly's memories, he discovers his past, and what got him sent here by the Frieza Force as a pawn. He's not really a bad guy, just confused. He wanted to stay with the Yardrats, but his father took him away from them to get some kind of revenge. What's up with that? Well, now he's gonna make sure that they don't see this guy again. Buu Kai's back to Yardrat and dumps Broly on them. Buu says that they should keep a close watch on this guy and teach him the ways of the Yardrats and help him to control his powers better. He feels closer to them than he does with his own father, and he's going to hang on to Paragus inside of him as punishment for what he did to his son. Buu says goodbye to the Yardrats and Kai's back to Earth, just in time to see another portal open up and all of Moro's goons to come walking out. When 7-3 escaped, he went to Moro to tell him what was happening on Earth, and how many more strong energies were there all at once. Moro couldn't pass up a meal like that, and decided to come earlier than expected. The Z-Fighters are all angry now. No, it's too soon. They aren't prepared yet. Moro isn't going to give them any more time, however, saying he's starving. And that's where we're going to be leaving this episode for right now. I really hope you guys enjoyed the appearance of Kid Buu in this story, and me giving Broly some actual family that can help him control his powers better. I wanted to use this episode as Buu suppressing his evil nature once and for all. That way the evil Buu has absolutely no chance of taking over his body anymore, since evil did technically win last time. Now we have a pure Super Buu, and will the Z-Fighters manage to win against Moro and his goons without being prepared this time? I guess you're just gonna have to stick around and find out. If this video can get 700 likes, then I'll make sure to continue this series into part 6. So, make sure to subscribe and like this video so you don't miss the next part. That's all for me today, guys. Until we meet again. See you later!